Okay, the paramedics have come and gone, and I have been resuscitated. I'm going to do the food now. Um, and let's jump into it. Now, the sign for fruit is taken from the old sign for apple. The old sign, I don't know why this was invented or why it looked like this, but it could have something to do with the apple of the cheek or the redness of the cheek. You sort of take the letter X and you give yourself a noogie in the cheek. That's apple. For fruit, you use the letter F and you go like that in the cheek. Fruit. Might as well do the word for vegetable here too. Vegetable. The letter V in the face, or VEG. VEG. Whoops. VEG. VEG. Banana. You just peel a banana. That's one of those ones that people will recognize immediately. Orange, same as the color, orange, orange. By the way, if I'm speaking and doing the sign, deaf people, many have been trained to read lips. It doesn't mean they're necessarily that good at it, but it helps them. So that's if you can speak at the same time, it may be helpful to them. You'll find out in certain circumstances, but they're used to getting all the cues at the same time: the eyes, the mouth, the sign, the body language. It's very visual language. Remember that. Lemon. Now this was the sign for sour, and there's a few signs that are off that. Lemon is one of them. The letter L. Make the sour face. Lemon. Vinegar. Vinegar. Pickle. Now, the difference there is vinegar is this way, pickles this way. Pickle. Again, sour. Not to be confused with pink, which is this, the P on the lips like this. Melon. Clunk, 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 clunk. You're just hitting you're funking the back of your hand like you would a melon. Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. W, water. And grapes, you sort of make your hand like this and just do this. Grapes, grapes, grapes. Desserts, dessert, dessert. Looks like two rabbits kissing. Dessert, dessert. I love dessert. Sweet and sugar, sweet and sugar, same sign. Sweet, sugar. Candy. I've shown you can do candy this way. Again, candy done this way. That's also the sign for cute in some places. Now I learned cute can be done like beautiful, beautiful, pretty, and cute, cute. You change your face and your body to say cute. But this can be cute also. Two fingers, cute, cute. All comes from sweet, sort of connected to each other. Cake. This is your plate, and you go like this for cake. I'm sorry, that's cookie. Cake, cake, cake. What you're doing is creating sort of a slice like the famous Betty Crocker wedge of cake. Or, back in the old days, they used little loaf pans, like you've seen little zucchini breads. So just create that little loaf cake. Cake. Chocolate cake. Cake. cookies is done like this. That's a cookie cutter. Cookie cutter. Ice cream. You see me do that every week. So chocolate. Now, chocolate, if you've never done anything with chocolate, and I have not really except eaten it, but I've watched. In the old days, nice fine chocolate has to be tempered in order to get it to be shiny and stable looking. Um, and they would use a marble slab, which was cold. The chocolate is 100 and whatever degrees, and then has to be tempered down to about 87. I'm making up stuff now. But anyway, in order to cool it down a little bit, slowly, they pour it onto the marble slab, and then they sort of slap it around a little bit until it cools down a bit, and then that creates some sort of stability. And I think it's like glass. You're breaking some tension in the molecules. Follow me for other scientific facts. Okay, anyway, chocolate. You kind of maybe do a little circle with the chocolate. Chocolate. I love cake. Cookies. Boy. Okay. So we have sweet sugar. Now, starches, bread and butter. This is an awkward sign. This is your baguette. If you read the history of sign language, I haven't really gone over it that much in class, but this American Sign Language started in France, and they would have had a baguette, like a long loaf, skinny loaf, and they would cut it, and instead of cutting it this way, that's like the sign for carpenter, sort of, they take their hand and they sort of do that with it, and they cut it this way. So this becomes your knife, like that. So bread, and then butter. Take the letter H, and that's your knife in this case, or a brush. Peanut butter would be peanut butter. Peanut butter. Popcorn. It's a fun sign. Popcorn. Sandwich. You take a piece of bread and another piece of bread, and kind of, this is maybe your meat, and you feed it to yourself. Sandwich. And you would have to, I'm doing a P, B, and J sandwich. Do I have jelly on there? No. With butter would be this, but jelly would be the letter J. So jelly. So peanut butter, jelly, sandwich. Cereal or soup. This is in context. Most people have cereal in the morning, and of course soup later. Not me, but I have crazy hours. So breakfast is often dinner for me. Anyway. Cereal. Make a bowl. Cereal. Soup, same thing. You might eat it a little differently too. Soup. Rice. The letter R. Rice. So instead of a spoon, I'm using the letter R. Nuts. I did that for peanut, but it could be any kind of nuts, and you would then spell. So nut, A-L-M-O-N-D. Spaghetti and all pasta is done this way, like this. So spaghetti, if it was something specific like a noodle, you'd then spell noodle, or macaroni or something like that if it had to be specific, but generally pasta, spaghetti. French fries, this is kind of fun. Letter F, F, French fries, French fries, French fries. McDonald's. This is the letter M and you're making the golden arches. McDonald's. French fries are the best. Best. Now, just to make a detour, good, better. Nope. Try again. Try again, Sal. Good, best, better. Best, best. You're skipping this step here. You don't have to touch your good. Also, for good, by the way, you don't always have to do that. You can just go good. Oh, good, good. Good, better, best. French fries. And pizza. You can do two ways. I've seen it done with the letter P and you make a Z. Pizza. I've also seen it done like this with two fingers like this, making the letter Z. I don't know why it's different, but maybe it's just laziness. Pizza, pizza, possibly this, pizza. Vegetables, vegetables. V on the cheek, or VEG. A carrot. You just look like you're eating a carrot. What's up, Doc? Potato, potato. Here's your potato, and you just poke it like this. Make sure it's done. Potato. Onion. You are crying, and you're putting your knuckle next to your eye. Tomato. Okay, this is your tomato, and you take the letter R and you slice it. Now, I've seen it done without the letter R, but this might clarify that it's a tomato as opposed to, there's some other signs like the naked and the earth and some other ones on the back of the hand like that. Lettuce, cabbage. Sort of make this little cuppy shape, and then you hit the side of your head with it. Cabbage or lettuce. Salad. You toss. Now that can look like young, so you put it away from your body, and you just, again, in context, you're going to eat some salad. Eat salad, as opposed to some other closer to the body action, or there's some other signs. I can never think of other stuff when I'm saying it looks like this. But anyway, salad. Vinegar, I already showed you. Sour vinegar. Okay, your various proteins. Now, there's no sign for protein that I know of. Same thing with the word starch. Don't know that. Dessert, vegetable, fruit. How about for protein? Well, we'll just do meat. Now, for meat, okay, this is your pork. Pretend that's a pork chop. You grab it on the top there and just shake that. Meat, meat. I eat all meat. Keto diet. Okay, for oil, grease, and gravy. Now this is, so you want vinegar and oil. Oil. Now oil's neutral. See, my face is sort of neutral with oil. Oil. If I make a face that's sort of yucky a little bit, I mean grease. Greasy. It's greasy. So then that, implies that it's sort of unpleasant. And then gravy. If I do this, it becomes blood. Blood can also be done from, I cut my arm, blood. Like something's gushing. Blood. Chicken. Okay, we've got bird and chicken. That's more specific, but generally if you're eating a bird, the implication will be that it's a chicken. If you want to do a duck, then you've got the bill is a different shape, so duck. So we ate duck for Christmas. That's the wreath, Christmas. Hot dog, or, oh, wait a minute, I skipped. Fish. Fish is the same as the animal fish. Fish. Like fish. More specifically, salmon or something, you would finger spell that. Fish, and then Salmon. Salmon. A hamburger. Burger. With French fries. The sign for France, by the way, is France. French. Hot dog and sausage. Slightly different, actually. Hot dog and sausage can be done this way, like you're creating the links with your fingers. French sausage or hot dog. But I've also seen hot dog done this way. I've also seen it done like hot dog and then this way. Like you're eating it this way. I think this one works for me. So you're creating a hot dog with mustard and mayonnaise, ketchup, oh yeah, you know what, let's back up a little to a word I never taught you. I'm going to put it on the list, is kitchen. Kitchen, the letter K, and this is the sign for office, room, or with R's. Hopefully I will have told you this in class by now, but room, or you can just create the walls if you're inside the room. Office, the letter O, to the walls. Kitchen. And ketchup, go back to the food thing, we have mayonnaise. Ketchup I've seen also done this way, like you can bang on the bottle this way, or ketchup that way. Mustard, I don't know mustard. That might have to be spelled. You can always look it up. Okay, so we're back to hot dogs. Eggs. I was say crack a name. You've got your 2 eggs and you're cracking them. Eggs. That was probably originally something like that, but now it's that. And bacon. This is a fun one. So the curly edge of the bacon. So eggs and bacon with sausage and toast. Toast. The letter. This is in the olden days they had toasters that you put on the burner. This is also like a camping toaster if you've ever used one of those, and it had 4 sides, and you lay the toast on the bread on the thing like that, and then you'd take a fork and flip it over. So that's what this is. And you can move both. You can move the fork and the bread. I kind of do both, like that. Toast. So cheese. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff on the hands like this. See my cupping motion? Cheese. So I'm sort of making like mozzarella cheese, like a ball of cheese. Cheese. You may see it done just sort of like this, but that, see a lot of these, this looks like movie, this is paper, school, cheese. Make a little bit more of a ball, cheese. I saw a cheesy movie. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, or pepper. That would be more modern. We tend to grind pepper now. I learned it like you're just putting it on, plain old pepper. Salt came about because in the, again, olden days, they had little glass salt cellars on the table. So each person would have their own little, some of them are beautiful too, little crystal, little container, and it would have salt in it, and you'd have like a little spoon, a little Coke spoon, and you'd take your little spoon and then you'd tap it very gently over your food, and that was your the way of putting salt on. Okay, drinks. Water, I've shown you a couple times now. Water. Milk, you're milking a cow. Sometimes done this way, and little babies or children, you teach them this sign. So cream, again, back in the olden days, you'd get your bottles of milk, and on the top of it would be the cream. So this is cream, and they would skim the cream, and the favorite kid would get the cream because it was delicious. Coffee, grinding coffee. They would have a big box with a big crank on the top, and you'd grind your coffee. So, coffee. If you just do this, by the way, it means fix, make, or repair. Make, repair, fix. Tea and soda. Tea, make your fingers dainty. It's similar to vote. Voting is this. With tea, you circle it around and like you're putting the tea bag in and out. Tea. So coffee, tea, soda. Again, back in the olden days, they would put the carbonation into the bottle of soda, but you would put a stopper on the top. So the old things had stoppers on them that, you'd suck it out after putting it in like a cork. So this is soda or pop. Put your finger in and then slap the top like that. Soda. And then somewhere along the line, the sign for Coke was this, because of course the two were, cocaine was injected and became the slang for Coke. And this is still used in different parts of the country for soda. Like you call it a Coke, but then you specify maybe what you want, what type you want. I know when I lived in Ohio, I'd say I want some pop, or I'd say I heard somebody say they wanted a Coke, and then you'd say what kind. So, I want orange. So you're saying Coke for soda. I don't know if you'll find that around, but anyway, I digress. Soda. Beer. It's done this way. Beer. Also just general drinking, but if you were at a bar somewhere, you might just say beer. I want a beer. And that's a little, if you put your finger up there, you can be drunk. That's like a lot of drinking. And then wine is done on the cheek like that, because you get blushy with the wine. Okay, I'm sure I missed one or two here and there, but we will cover it. There's other fruits, for instance, and vegetables. But for now, that's it. Um, Thanks for coming to my restaurant. I'm serving all of this food in my own kitchen, which will be shut down by the sanitation department any minute. Thanks for stopping by.